The sleepy village of Broughton is home to just over 1,000 people. There is just one single shop with larger supermarkets a few miles down the road, and when that single shop was closing down, there was going to be nowhere for local people to buy day-to-day items.
It's been quite a journey. About 18 months ago, Bob and Judith, who own Westview stores and have been there for some 17, 18, 19 years, decided they were going to retire. And, you know, rightly so, they've done a wonderful job for the village. But they tried to sell the shop and haven't been able to do so. So a group of people, initially led by Philippa Murray, put together a committee to see what we could do to keep a shop in the village. We think it's really important.
The committee were thinking about different ideas and even tried to rent out Westview stores, but they were unable to do so. The group had a long-term plan but needed something for the near future.
We have tried all sorts of things, but the ultimate aim, the village hall is going to be extended. We're going to have a proper shop built there for us, but that won't happen for about another year. So there is an interim solution and we are in it. It's the shop in a box.
It's not your usual looking shop, and as you can see it is being held in a shipping container. The container is situated just outside of the village hall, and with lots of volunteers and lots of donations from across the region, they have managed to convert the container into a little shop.
We've looked at all sorts of other possibilities around the village, and the only possibility in the end that was feasible and in our timescales was a shipping container. Beautifully done up by a local company in Southampton, and now we are kitting it out to make it look just like a proper little shop.
Julia co-chairs the committee along with Jane Tabor. The committee is still a fairly small team, but the response from the rest of the community has exceeded any of their expectations.
Oh, it's been fantastic. We have a committee of now 9. We could always do with more committee members if anybody's listening. But as well as that, we put out help for other people in the village. So we've got, for example, 90 volunteers on our volunteer list. 50 of those are shop assistants doing rotas and will be open for quite a good few hours. We had somebody come along and make these shelves that are around us. You can have a look in a moment. They have been made to measure, specially designed for what's going to go on them to make the best use of the space. Somebody else is building the canopy outside and the steps and the ramp. We had a couple paint the shelves, which is about 30 square metres of shelves, 4 coats, donations of paint. Oh, the list goes on.
Julia has been blown away by the support of the local people, with the committee raising over £50,000 for the shop. But the journey that has led them up to this point has certainly not been challenge-free.
I think we've gone through lots of phases of challenges. The first was to make sure there was enough support in the village. That didn't take us very long. That was a really quick response. The next challenge, I suppose, was getting the premises sorted out and getting our long-term plan and being able to write our business plan around that. The next challenge was getting money. So we are a community benefit society, which means that we make a not-for-profit organisation. And then the next hurdle was getting all the volunteers sorted out. And now the next one is sorting out the stock and making sure we have what our customers would like.
The shop is now under a week away from opening, and there is a bit of mixed feelings for the whole of the committee.
I think I would say we're all really excited. A little bit apprehensive, you know, will we have a queue outside the door? Will our volunteers know how to work our amazing till we've just bought? There's training for that today and tomorrow. So yes, a whole mixture of emotions, but I think a huge feeling of satisfaction, of that community spirit and bringing Broughton together.
This long journey only just begins when the shop opens at 8 AM on Monday morning.
It's just an amazing adventure, and we're really looking forward to our humble beginnings in a shop in the box through to our final destination in the village hall, where we'll have a post office and we will have a cafe, we hope, or at least a coffee shop anyway.
Jack Deary, That's TV.